Hello, my name is Sophia, and this is my video journal number 4 for my mass communication assignment. Lately, more and more people have been talking about weight loss drugs such as Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or any kind of semaglutide medications. And mostly this is because how much they are changing people's eating habits. Something that I find really interesting is that these medications are not only changing individuals, they're not only affecting individuals, but they're also affecting restaurants and the food industry. So for this video, I chose an article from CNBC titled GLP-1 Diets, Restaurants, Protein, Fiber, and Weight Loss Drugs. I read it online on the CNBC website. Before getting into the article itself, I think it's important to give a little bit of context about what GLP-1 is. GLP-1 drugs are medications that first were created for treating diabetes, but now they've become famous and popular for weight loss. And this is because these medications reduce appetite, slow digestion, and make people feel full faster. Therefore, they start eating less, snacking less, and become more selective about what they eat. And this trend has become noticeable enough that restaurants and food brands are starting to react. The main point of the article is that GLP-1 drugs are changing the food culture in a very visible way. Since people under this treatment have a smaller appetites, they no longer want these big meals. They are now looking for more nutrition dense foods high in protein and fiber. And the article explains that this is leading restaurants, food companies to adjust their menus and product. For example, they are not focusing on like these giant portions and super indulgent foods anymore. They are now leading for smaller portions, but that are more filling and more nutritionally useful. And honestly, that makes sense. If someone is eating less, what they do eat matters more. So instead of going just for empty calories, they now emphasize on foods that would help them maintain fullness, their energy, and muscle mass. And some examples of these foods can be a real chicken bowls, eggs, vegetables, Greek yogurt, protein smoothies, or any kind of whole grain. The tone of the article is informative and trend focused, and this is mainly because the information comes from CNBC, which is a business and financial news platform. The article doesn't just focus on health, but it also focuses on how this trend impacts industries such as restaurants, packaged foods, and consumer spending. One thing that I like about the article is that it shows how health trends don't just stay in the medical world, but they affect marketing, menus, and business strategies. In terms of bias, there's a business and consumer trend perspective over a medical one, because the article doesn't go deeply into explaining into the science behind the medication or what it does to your body, the benefits or the risk, but it frames the issue more as how this is changing what people buy and eat. Overall, this article, it's a very good example of how media can take a health topic and show its impact on society. Because more than talking about the drug itself, the article wants to show how this medication is influencing the way people eat and how businesses are reacting to these changes. Thank you.